Hello and welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. It is amazing what she will do for a biscuit. So yeah, welcome back. I'm Car Boot Chris, and you might notice that I'm on my own today, apart from Cookie, because Bargain Bell is poorly. She's probably upstairs watching as we speak in bed. Can everyone hear me all right? I'm trying this Google Hangouts. So I've not actually used Google Hangouts before. So if you can hear me, drop a comment of some kind before we get cracking. You're right, cooked. Can you hear me up there? I don't even know if she's watching. Anyway, so I'll carry on. Hopefully you can hear what's going on. I was going to do this with a friend of mine, NJ, but he's too chicken to come on live. So you chicken. I'm not seeing any chat. Anyone out there? I'll see. Let me just type this. Hello. Oh, the chat's working. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to show you what I picked up at Bowler's Car Boot in Manchester. I'll quickly recap. Are you going? Is that it? I'll quickly recap on what I got or what I didn't get from the charity shops yesterday in Cheadle and Stockport, which was pretty naff, really. I wasted a morning.
The official Big Top 40. Listen now on Capital and Heart or on the Global Player app.
Right. Really, I wasted a morning. Turn the volume down. Sorry. So yeah, it seems like the chat's not coming through on Hangouts, but it's actually coming through on the YouTube thing. So there's loads of comments that I've missed. So sorry about that. Let me just whiz through. Money Mental, hello. I've just watched your live. Obviously, you saw me in there. Another good one, but you had a cracking load of sales. So well done for that today. Some really high price stuff. South London Reseller, hello. Sorry to hear Belle is ill. Yeah. Evening, all the Car Boot Bible are in. We are honoured. Everyone can hear me, so that's great. Audio's good. Oh Chris, your dog. Yeah, Death by Glamour, nice one. Thanks for joining us. Technically, one game was retro. Annabelle, hello. We're struggling to chat on. Can hear you loud and clear. Okay, that's good. She's sat in bed upstairs trying to feel a bit better. Oh, hang on. Money Mental says you need to switch from top chat to live chat. I'm on group chat. I'm on Hangouts chat. Why is it not coming out on there? Bloody stupid thing. Why do I always have issues with this live? Anyway, forget it. I've got them all here. I've just got to not watch myself there. Okay, so the chat's all there. We've got a good number of people coming in, which is good. 11 so far. Did you all get a chance to watch the movie room tour that I put up this weekend? I'm actually sat in the movie room now. Obviously, I put a video up because a few people had asked for a tour to show you what kind of stuff I've got. So yeah, if you get a chance, go and have a look at that video. So as well as the haul that I got from Bowler's Car Boot in Manchester, I'm going to show you what I picked up. I'm quite happy with what I got. It's probably not as good as Andrew's today from Monumental. You've got a few £100 there. I don't know if I've quite got as much as that, but it's still not bad at all. As well as that, I'm going to very quickly show you what I got from the charity shops yesterday, which I was really disappointed with. I did do an Instagram live yesterday, so I won't labour the point, but I'm just, in case you didn't see that, I will show you. And there's a question that I want to ask you all, which we'll do as we go along, or maybe after the haul, is what really annoys you when you go into a car boot sale or a tabletop. What is the most annoying thing? So I'd be interested to see if yours are similar to mine. Yeah, what is the most annoying thing? So just hold that thought and we'll do a bit of chat later. Monumental says, enjoyed seeing the movie room. Nice one. Apart from Jar Jar Binks, what's your issue with Jar Jar Binks? You know, I don't get it. I mean, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I said to you previous, I'm not a Star Wars fan. The reason Jar Jar Binks, in fact, you can probably see him there. Is that him there? You can probably see him there. The only reason I've got him in my movie room is because the inside of his leg is broke, so he doesn't wobble quite as well as what he should do when the music comes on. So I couldn't really sell it, so I just thought I'd put it in here. If I get something better, then that will be going. Yeah, agreed. What is the problem with? I mean, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but come on, we'll leave off a bit tight. Jar Jar's a bit freaky, yeah. People, I'd imagine, yeah. People crowding around sellers and rooting through their boots. That's a good one to start us off. That is really annoying. People swarming. Yeah, I'm aware, Car Boot Bible. You're not happy with that at all, are you? Rob Walker, let the music play. The mad scrabble when a new person arrives. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Crowding. Pete Thomas says crowding. Jar Jar's a crime against Star Wars. Worst movie character ever. I don't understand Star Wars. I just can't be doing with it. Also, when people try and beat you down to 99, never mind 99p, when people barter from 50p to 25p. It's like, for God's sake, just pay 50p, for crying out loud. Rob Walker says, I went to Bowlers today, no vinyl. If you see me at Bowlers, just give me a shout, because actually today was the first time in a few weeks that somebody hasn't recognized me. So, and I'm not just saying that, you know, I'm just saying that if you see me there, just give me a shout. But yeah, I hardly ever see vinyl. There was about 2 stalls with vinyl on, but it was all really generic stuff. But hardly ever see it, because I do look for a little bit of vinyl, and my mate NJ is a bigger collector of vinyl, so I keep a lookout for him as well. If he was here now, like he should be, you know, supporting, then, you know, we could have this conversation with him about vinyl, but he's not here. Yeah, there weren't a lot of vinyl, so good that you went though. I was there around 7:30. I was there at 7 o'clock, and there was still a big queue to get in, and it was rammed, people swarming. It was so busy. It was a real scrum. Struth at that price. you might as well just give it away. I will say hi if I spot you. Nice one. Struth, are you from Australia by any chance? Ah, Struth, mate. I won't do that again. Okay, shall we get on with it, because we'll be here all night. And see my face here, because there's a delay. Like, watch. Well, I just put that down. Now I'm moving. There's a delay, and it's really distracting. $20p to 10p. Right. First of all, really quick, for those who didn't see my Instagram live yesterday, which went on for about an hour, believe it or not. In fact, Instagram popped up saying, we're going to turn you off. It went on that long. It said, you've got 2 minutes left. I didn't even know it had a time limit. Right. This was £2.50. It's a For Real Friends. It's £2.50. And normally these go quite well. I've not seen one the same as this. But normally they go reasonably well for Real Friends. So I would say probably between 10 and 15, depending if it's rare or not. These two are quite nice. 2 mugs, Miami Dolphins and Redskins. They were 70p each. That was £1.40 for those two. I've had quite a lot of people say on Instagram how much they like that, so hopefully those will go quite well. I'm not quite sure on prices. I've got loads of mugs, but maybe a tenner each, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm a hard-nosed businessman, car boot, Bible. Is it Hutch this evening? Bargain Bell says maybe we should arrange to meet up. Bet's on today. I love the bear. Got your message. Love those mugs. Nice mugs. Yes. Okay, I'm caught up on the chat. Now this is quite nice, and somebody has already said that they like this on Instagram, and they want to let me know. They want me to let them know when I list it. It's a handmade barrel money box, and it's got like a little opening there that you put a screw, and that was quite nice. And it's £2. It's not normally the kind of thing I buy. I've got no idea what it's worth, the value of it, but it's an interesting bit. Suicide Squad color changing mug. This was a desperation purchase. Basically, when I was getting really fed up, I thought, I've got to make it worthwhile. I've got to buy some stuff. I picked that up for £1. I'll probably bundle it with something else. These 2 Disney figurines were £1 each. This one's got a little bit more damage to paintwork than that I would have liked, but £1 each. I'll probably stick them together. And the last thing was this Jurassic Park 4 Blu-ray set, which was £2.50. And again, I'll probably bundle it, you know, with like a toy or something. Let's have a little catch up. Cool mugs. I've given up on breakables, Hermes and Royal Mail. Yeah, oh, tell me about it, Hermes. To be honest, it's not just Hermes. Everyone gives Hermes a bad time, but no matter how you send these things, they just seem to end up getting broke. I've had quite a few breakages. And of course, you're not covered, especially with Hermes, because it's on their restricted list. Fragile stuff is difficult. You've just got to package it the best you can. That's all you can do, and hope for the best. We love a good desperation purchase. First 6 months on eBay were all desperation purchases. I think you're just like dipping your toe in the water, aren't you, to see what happens. Well, Money Mental's going on about his love life here. I think I'll just scroll to the next one. Always go Royal Mail personally. Hutch uses Hermes. Yeah, the thing I like about Hermes is the ease of it. So you when you go on the website and it'll import all your eBay sales, and then you just drop it at your local shop, which for me is on the way to work, so that makes it easy. And the shop opens early mornings, whereas if it's a post office drop off, you've got to wait till the post office opens. So that's why I like Hermes. To be fair, I've not had many problems. I probably have one a month or maybe one every 2 months where there's either a not received or breakage or something, and 50% of those times it gets sorted out. Bargain Bell says she's rough. Yeah, she looks rough, trust me. And that's just on a normal day. So that was yesterday's charity shop run. I was really disappointed. I spent about 10 quid. Is this distracting people? It probably is, isn't it? I spent about a tenner, and that for me, I went to 10 charity shops, and it was a real waste of time. Lots of people talking about Hermes. Royal Mail price increases. I didn't know that was coming. Bargain Bell says, I'm actually missing doing the live, but trust me, I look like the girl from The Exorcist. Yeah, she does look bad, to be fair. She does. Shall we have a look at what I picked up at Bowlers in Manchester? So let's do that. In the meantime, keep thinking about what I was going to ask you about. What is the worst thing? What is the most annoying thing about car boot sales? And we'll come back to it later. Don't comment now because I'll miss it and I won't find it again. Comment later. Whole time, yeah. Don't get too excited. Right. Is it really bright in here? What's the brightness like? Because this on my screen it looks really bright. Let's try that. Smithers, obviously, if you're a Simpsons fan. I picked up 5 of these things for £6. I have sold similar ones in the past. I can't remember. It was real early days. I had a job lot of these. Similar, not the same character, but I had a job lot, and they sold pretty well. They're all Funko bobbleheads. So 6 for £5, I thought was all right. He did have more, but I don't want to lumber myself with too many because I don't think there's massive money in it. I think if you're lucky, it might be £10, maybe a little bit less, £8, £9, £10. But for around about £1 each, it's not bad. Car Boot Bible says they're ace. I won't go that far, but they're all right. Let's see what else I've got here. Another Minnie Mouse Disney store. It's 2010. I think I've already got one of these listed, I think. And they're around £10–15. So that was £2. And if I've already got one, it'll be easy. I can just change my quantity, and that'll be an easy listing. Big Simpsons fan, Car Boot Bible. 20 quid. Oh, sorry, you're talking about some postage there. Mini. Okie doke. Right, I got. Now, I weren't going to bother with these, to be honest, but I just thought, sack it, I might as well. They're all Arrow. They're these figures. Now, I think these are the ones that they sell in B&M and Home Bargains, that kind of place. All three, they're 3 different characters, and all 3 together were £7. So what's that? Just over £2 each. They are selling pretty well on the solds on eBay. So I'm going to aim for £20 to £25 and bundle them together, all 3 in one go. Try and ship them out quick. Picked up those for £1 each in B&M. Are you kidding me? Is that monumental? Did you pick up those Arrow ones for £1 each? If you have, I should have gone with my gut instinct and not got them. Oh God. Okay. I like picking up. Oh, right, I'll focus. Get in. There we go. I like picking up these graphic novels, and I've not heard of these ones before. It's username. What is it? Joe Sug. That's username regenerated. Username Evie. And these were £1 each. I didn't look them up. For £1, I'm not too worried about it. I'll just take a chance. So I'm not sure if I'll bundle them or what. It'll all depend on the value. So if you know what these are, that'd be interesting. Username, I don't know. Got RRP $16.99, but we all know that the RRPs are all over the show on the books. Let's have a look. Monumental. Yeah. Oh well, they're still going for a tenner. So if I do 3 for 25 as a package on eBay, they might go. So not so bad after all. Yeah, these are £1 each, but I don't really know about the prices on them. I'm running out of space. Now I've got these. I'm not reselling them. These are for me. I use these moisturizers, these Nivea ones, to keep my skin looking nice and soft because you know, I don't look bad for 25, so that's why, because I use proper moisturizer. So if you need one tip for the future, is use moisturizer, because it will make you look a lot younger. £1 each, but I'm not selling them. Oh, do you like my Goodwill bag? Still got this from our thrifting trip in the States. I want to say thrifting trip, I mean honeymoon. Blah de blah de blah. Graphic novels and comics always seem popular, P. Thomas. Yeah, I do sell quite a few, so yeah, I'm happy to buy them at £1. South London Reseller. Happy Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, that is true. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Not that I'm into anything like that. I'm not even into St. George's Day, and that's the England one. Okay, let's carry on. We're up to date with the chat, so that's always a good sign. Right. I don't know if that's coming out very well. It's a Ferrari jacket, official, or looks official. It's like a zip-up jacket, and that was £2.50. So I have started picking up more and more clothes, because I think if you're going to expand and sell more and do more listings, I think you just, because I always used to concentrate on movie stuff and TV stuff, but it's such a small area that you can go weeks without finding anything. You've got to diversify a bit. So I'm looking at more clothing. So that's £2.50. but I'm not sure if it's got value. St. David's Day, yeah. Not a Swansea fan, are you, by any chance? Worth a shot. What did you see, Rob? Sorry, what did you see? The jacket. Yeah, the jacket. Yeah, it was on the end of a rail. Yeah, yeah. Monumental says, I'll give £6 for the Smithers figures. What, each or the whole lot? I paid £6 for them. Yeah, Bargain Bell says, let's hope you didn't miss out on a bargain on that jacket. Yeah. Why didn't you pick it up? That's interesting. Right, let's go a bit retro. Yeah. Car Boot Bible like a bit of retro. Now this needs a wash, and it needs a fuzz away on it. You know, one of them Remington fuzz aways, because it's a bit fuzzy. But it's a Reebok. I'd say it was 90s jacket, and it was on the same rail as the Ferrari jacket, and this was £2.50. I quite like it, really. You know, not for me, but I like the style of it, and I like the 90s sort of feel of it. So yeah, again, clothing could be all over the show, clothing. So you set your price and then you just see if anyone's interested. Rob's only looking for vinyl. Oh, I would say if you're only looking for vinyl, Bowlers ain't the place, really. Very rarely see any vinyl. Very rare. Death by Glamour's going to watch for that style of stuff. Yeah, I've noticed recently that some of the retro 80s and 90s clothing seems to be going for decent money. I've seen a lot of pickup videos where people are picking this kind of stuff up. So I'm gonna try it myself and see what happens. There's something making a noise down here. Now stop it. Now, I've not tested this yet. It's very bright. Is it really that bright? Mine looks really bright. Care Bears, obviously, but it's one of the electronic ones. It's an electronic one. It takes batteries. It was £1. Not sure on value, but normally the electronic ones, maybe £15 on that. It needs a little bit of a clean up because his nose is a bit dirty. They're all coming back into fashion, maybe, yeah. Monumental, I picked up some Kappa stuff. Yeah, Kappa. Solds are going for over 30, yeah. Care Bear, wow, not seen. I've picked up a lot of Care Bears recently. They do, I have sold a few as well. They do sell. Retro 80s prom dresses, and they do well. Flipping out. How are you finding them? Can't be that many around, surely. It's Bowlers only until the spring summer car boot season. Yeah, good call. Retro Reselling 82's joined. Hello. You've not missed that much. I'm just showing what I picked up at Bowlers today. You can always watch it on catch up later if you want, because it stays on the channel, so you can always watch it later if you've got nothing else to do. So this is an unusual one. It's a penguin, obviously, but it's a cocktail shaker. I have this habit of buying the odd thing that's a bit unusual that I wouldn't normally buy, but they wanted £8 for that, which was too much for me. I wasn't going to pay £8, but I went back a couple of times and she weren't shifting, and as I was leaving, she offered it me for £6, so I took it for £6. I think it's worth about 20, on the internet looking at solds and listeds. So I just liked it for no other reason than that, really. I wasn't sure if there was major money in it, but I think it's worth about £20. No Care Bears at our local boots. People of Wrexham aren't very cuddly. Team Stu. Hi, Stu. Blah. Oh, don't start this Shrek's a troll thing again. We all know it's an ogre. Hi, Steve Green. Nice one. Thanks for joining. Good channel, by the way. Good channel. Right. I was going to save this till the end. Now, what do you think is in this box? It's a designer item, and you put it in your mouth, or you put it in somebody's mouth. So any clue on this? It cost me £3. This is what happened, right? I went past this about 3 times, and she wanted £3 for it, and I just weren't ready to commit at £3. It was a bit much, I thought. And then on the final time I went past, it was still there, and I checked the solds, and they're going for about 30 quid. So I shooted straight back over there and thought, I'll just pay £3 for that. I'm not even going to haggle. And some other bugger had it in their hands, and I thought, oh shit, I've missed it again. You know that feeling when you think, please don't buy it, please don't buy it. And there were ages they had it in their hand, looking at every little bloody thing on the stall. So I'm stood there waiting, see what they do. And they plonked it down on the stall, and I went snaffle, and I grabbed it straight off, and I bought it. And can you see that? It's a Hugo Boss dummy, and it's brand new. It's all in its packaging. It's got all the little Hugo Boss leaflet inside, and it cost me £3. I've never seen anything like that before, and they're selling for about 30. So yeah, I'm definitely buying that. So I didn't think that were bad at all. Let's get rid of that. Getting down to 3 bags. I'll save that one. Designer dummies, I've seen it all. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be buying that this morning. Hugo Boss dummy. Car Boot Bible says that's an oddity. Yeah, too right. That is a very strange one. That is not. God, I look a bit fat with this. That's not fat, by the way. That is my jacket. So moving right along, I picked up some picture frames. Now you might think to yourself, oh, you know, you're not going to sell them. I'm not going to sell them as they are. These are Klaus Olsen, you know, the shop Klaus Olsen. There was a big store with loads of this stuff on. You might have seen it, Rob. Bought loads of Klaus Olsen stuff, and I bought a few bits. I bought 8 of these. They were 50p each, and they're really, really nice sealed frames. But I'm going to use these because I've got various pictures that need framing before selling. So you know, Loot Crate and that. I've got quite a few pictures that have come with Loot Crates. Really nice Marvel and DC comic stuff, and they'll look good in that. So it'll give me a bit of selling power when I come to sell them. So at 50p each, I got 8 of them. I spent £4, which was, you could spend £4 easy on one of those. So I was more than happy to pick those up. Let's leave that. Hugo Boss, baby, yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Right. Let's just go there. Oh crap. There goes Disney figures. They weren't worth anything anyway. Why can't we get an indoor boot in Wolves? I take it, you've obviously not got one, but yeah, it's a bit of it's good, for winter or a rainy day, because the big ones you have in fields, obviously when it's rainy, hardly anyone turns up, or they get called off, and then you're left in limbo, aren't you? But at least here in Manchester, when you've got a rainy day, we've always got bowlers to go to. So I got some caps. Now I've been a bit, I'm having a bit of a thing for caps at the moment. I have got quite a lot. I've probably got at least 100 caps now well, I've got about 40 odd listed and another 50 to probably list. So she wanted £5 each for these, and we settled on 3 for a tenner. So £3.33 point whatever 333. That one. That they're all new era, I think, apart from that one. And that. So the caps that I'm selling are roughly £15 on average, some slightly less and some up to £20-25. So I'll probably, depending on what these are going for, it's going to be around £15 mark. So at £3 each to 15 each is decent. I pretty much bought all the frames that he had, to be honest. So that might be, Rob, why you didn't see him. Bargain Bell says, why don't you start one? I'm assuming you're referring to an indoor car boot and Wolves. Easier said than done, trust me. I actually run a kids car boot for the organization that I work for, and it's not easy to organize. Rob says, do you ever go to the indoor car boot at Clitheroe? It's funny you said that, because about 3 weeks ago we went over to Clitheroe to that car boot. I didn't think it was that good, and I probably wouldn't make that trip again. It was a bit far out. We did make a sort of a morning of it, and we took the dog, and then we went to a cafe afterwards and that. But I didn't think it were great. But I guess it depends on what day you arrive, whether there's anything there. Yeah, Bargain Bell said it had a lot of tat at Clitheroe. Yeah, absolutely. Loads of tat. But then they all do, don't they, really? Right, what do you think of this? It is a Las Vegas, obviously. Real leather. It's genuine leather. It's a waistcoat, or a vest, as they call it in America. As I learnt today, because as well as the Tap Chat Facebook group, I'm also in a group that's run in the States called the Thrifting Board. I'd recommend you join that, because it's very, very useful. It's my go-to group for anything that I'm not sure of, sort of American-wise, and Disney. They're really good at identifying stuff like that, and they identify really quickly. It's a massive group. There's thousands of people in it. Run by a fellow called Jason T. Smith. And we actually met him in Vegas, and we had some drinks with him and Stacy, his other half. And yeah, it's a great group, that, and I would recommend you join it. The Thrifting Board, very, very useful, lots of information, and they answer your queries really, really quickly. Very similar to the Tap Chat, but an American version of it. Chris, you should have come in wearing some of this stuff. Yeah, right. That's a double XL. Now this makes me look fat, right? But this is nothing. This ain't, you know, trust me. That looks massive. I have tried it on just for a laugh, and it is huge. Las Vegas Hells Angels. Yeah, because, oh, sorry, I didn't even finish talking about this. Yeah, so I posted this in the thrifting board group today, and within a few minutes, a lady had replied to tell me that actually in America they're called vests, not waistcoats, which I didn't know, which is why I couldn't find it on eBay. And there's one for sale on eBay for $69 plus shipping to the UK, because it appears from the UK, doesn't it? So not sold. So it cost me £10. I like taking a chance on stuff like this, because I have sold sort of leather American sort of stuff before. So I reckon I'm going to put this up for about £50 or £60 and just see what happens. See if I get an offer. I'll put money on it that this goes back to America. It normally does with that stuff. It goes back to where it came from. So it's come all the way over the pond, and then it'll go all the way back. In the summer, you go past another outdoor car boot near McDonald's and a roundabout. Oh, right, okay, that's useful. Model it for us. I second that. Good shout. Yeah, I'm not putting the Hugo Boss thing in my mouth. Thanks very much. Monumental says, do they get as grumpy as the Tat Chat does when you ask a question? It depends if it's, firstly, a sensible question, which is fair comment. They have very strict sort of moderators, which they should do, which is a good thing because it stops silly things. And they like you to do your own research first before you ask a question, which is absolutely fair comment. So if you can do all that, then they'll help you no end. And it's very, very well moderated. So I don't think there's no slagging off or anything like that. It's very, very good. Car Boot Bible, we need to do a road trip to Manchester. They don't have this sort of stuff in Chirk. Halifax has all year round car boot. Cool. Yeah, come up to Bowlers. See what you can find. It'd be good, actually. It'd be a right laugh, wouldn't it? We could all meet in the morning and then do a bit of a like challenge, see what we can find, and then go and have some lunch somewhere or something. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? Yeah, or you can come to ours and come and see the studio. Anyway, let's carry on. Now, I like picking up Disneyland stuff because it always sells. And this one is the Rock and Roller Coaster in Disneyland Paris. It's like a zip-up hoodie. Oh, which is really nice, and that was 50p. 50 pence for that. It is well worth that. I've not checked the prices. It needs a bit of an iron and a wash, but who knows? It could be anything. That it could be £10 to £20. It could be really wide ranging in price. Let's have a look. Did you go to eBay Open? I've not been to eBay Open before, no, but I know Jason T, who runs the thrifting board, will be going. Obviously, he lives in Vegas anyway, and he gets a big group of resellers and goes along together, and they all party all night long. So yeah, it would be good to go to that. The Bible are in, nice one. 5 ka-chings. Have you sold 5 items? What? How far is Manchester from Wolves? An hour? Wolverhampton. It's probably hour and a half, maybe. Ultimate Mashup, Car Boot Chris, Car Boot Bible, Money Mental. I think Retro Reselling might be in on this as well, by the sounds of it. Your bowlers won't know what's hit it. The boot, you took the words out of my mouth. The boot won't know what's hit it. Don't forget Bargain Bell. No, of course not. If she's well enough. 5 items to one buyer. Are you having a laugh? I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Come on, what was it? 5 items. Come on. I think you're taking the mick. Right. Now, a Car Boot Chris haul wouldn't be complete without some Build-A-Bears. And this today was no exception. So, 2 Build-A-Bears. This one's especially good because it's got a rainbow cloak with it, which will give it extra value. They cost me £2 each. I'm really not sure on the prices. I'm guessing this, if I had to guess without looking, I would probably say 10 to 15 on that, 15 to 20 on that. But I need to check, as we all do before we list. We have to check because it could be worth hundreds, and we wouldn't want that, would we? Clothing. Well, 5 items of clothing. That's a result to one person. I've not had any buyers tonight either, so not good. I think I've got 9 or 10 items to package when this video is done, ready for tomorrow morning from the week from yesterday and today. So not a bad weekend by any stretch. Only 2 sold today for P. Thomas. It's better. It's better than most people seem to be doing at the moment. Here's those bears, and they don't sell in North Wales. That they don't sell in North Wales. I can't understand why they don't have them. Why people aren't selling them. Maybe you've not got a Build-A-Bear shop nearby. That might be the key to it. Okay, so I'm down to my last bag. You'll be glad to know. And I saved possibly the best till last, apart from the dummy, which was one of my better ones. And the waistcoat. So this is Pooh and Friends. Oh, the light is really bad. I think I've got the lighting wrong today. There's always something, isn't there? So Pooh and Friends, it's like a little... Can't get it out. It's like a little trinket box. Bargain Bell reckons it's one that you put, you know, your teeth that you lose as a child. You put them in here, but I don't know if that's true. I'll have to do a bit of research. That was £1, so that had to be bought for £1. I'm just going to try and change the lighting a bit because I think it's a bit bright. Go down a bit. They're closing Build-A-Bears. You kidding me? Car Boot Bible says they're going to wear the Reebok jacket when they hit the boot. You trust me, right? If you wore that Reebok jacket going to bowlers, you would look right at home. You would look right at home, and I'm not being offensive to anybody. I am just saying that you wouldn't look out of place, put it that way. Now, 1, 2, 3. So what do we have here? Hello to everybody new that's come in. Sorry, I'm just catching up on a bit of the chat there. We've got a few people in, haven't we? Which is great. Right, let's have a look at these. This is my last item I'm going to show you. And it's these movie icons figures. And I've got Laurel and Hardy and Charlie Chaplin. So they're all relevant because there's been films out for both of those, haven't there, recently, new films. So if we open it up, and these are really nice. This is the kind of stuff that I originally started doing reselling to find. Obviously, it's all the kind of stuff that I buy. So that is, who is it? That's Laurel. Really nice figure. It comes with a stand that's inside, which is like a movie reel and a stand. So that's that. That's nice. It's got the leaflet and all that, and it's in a movie reel tin box, which has got a couple of dents in, which annoyed me because I didn't think it had dents. So that was that one. Now Hardy, I'll show you Hardy. You're all saying no, don't show me that. There's Hardy. If you just joined then and I said I'll show you Hardy, you're going to wonder what the hell kind of show you come to watch. So that's that. And this is Charles Chaplin. Now, the minute I saw these, I thought they were great, but she wanted £20 each. And I did some checking because I don't spend £20 on anything without doing some checking. And they are selling for quite a bit, and they're listed for quite a bit, and there's a few that have sold. So Charlie Chaplin, I don't think there was any sold, but there's one listed at 80 quid. So that's not too bad. Laurel and Hardy. These will probably fetch £60 for the two. Now in the end, I got them for all three for £40. So effectively, they got £20, £20, and gave me one for free. Or you can say they cost me £13 something each. So I'll be happy if I can get maybe 60 for Charlie Chaplin and 60 or 70 for the other two together. So that'd be 130 quid for the £40 spend. So that's not bad. But I don't like leaving stuff like that because that is what I look for. So I don't mind spending a bit more. I was half tempted to keep these and put them in my movie room, but I think because I spent 40 quid on them, I'll probably try and make some profit on those. Let's see where we are with the chat. Cake tins, yeah, not far off. It probably could make a cake in them. Film canisters, well, you all know what they are now. Monumental likes them. Rob says he'd have bought those. I'm surprised you didn't see them because I bought them late. I think they were hanging out. They were hanging out for 20 quid each for a long time. So they weren't dropping the price much. But I went back a couple of times and I said, you know, would you take 30 for the three? So that'd be £10 each. Then I offered them 35 and we settled on 40. Yeah, they're very cool. There's got to be some money in them. I agree. I don't think I'm going to lose out on them by any stretch. Bargain Bell says, I'm missing my sidekick. Yeah, a bit lonely, really. It's better with two of us, isn't it? We can, you know, bounce off each other a bit, for want of a better phrase. They would look good in the movie room, definitely. Absolutely. But I want to make some profit out of them, I think. £40 each, maybe. Yeah, that might work. but I think that Charlie Chaplin is worth more. There's less of him listed, and they seem to be at higher value. So I'm going to shoot for more on Charlie Chaplin. Dab Kitty Sparkle says, you guys are a great team. Thank you. That's very kind. Retro Reselling, who they made by? SD Toys, Sierra Delta Toys, SD Toys. And they're called movie icons. So if you search movie icons, you pretty much find them. The only problem is there's a little tiny dent on 2 of them. Hopefully it won't make much difference really. So that is, I think that's everything. And I've not drunk my brew. That's all my haul from today. So I was quite happy with that really, because yesterday's charity shop run was just terrible. So today's car boot sale has made up for it. So happy with that. So what we should do now, we need to revisit that question that I asked you all. And that is, what really annoys you at car boot sales or at tabletop sales? Now I'll tell you what really annoys me. And the most obvious thing, I think, the most obvious thing about car boot sales, and I think I mentioned it on Instagram, is why the bloody hell are they at 5 o'clock in the morning? What's the point of that? It is just stupid. I don't understand why car boots have to be at that time. Anyone got any logic behind it? Money Mental says overinflated prices. Yeah. Rob says, I bought an Adidas bag for £2 today. That was it. Oh, that's not much, is it? It's not even barely worth getting out of bed for, is it? Dab Kitty, I haven't been to car boot sales. Where are you from, Dab Kitty? Where are you from? Running out of money. What, as a buyer? Yeah, not getting enough money out of the cash machine. Yeah, that's happened a few times to me. I hate the early mornings. That's Andrew Monumental. Yeah, no one really likes it, especially when Monday to Friday, you're not like me and you both have day jobs, so we're getting up at stupid o'clock probably, you know, during the week. So the last thing you want to do is do it at a weekend. Rob says, when people say it's £30 on eBay, now this was on my list. I wrote down a few things that I thought, you know, that really annoys me, and that was one of them. And it happened today more than ever, I think, because of some of the stuff I was buying, like these. I mean, apparently these are selling for £60 each on eBay, and they weren't far off the mark, to be fair to them. But they were probably looking at listed and not sold, and that's something that if you're not an eBayer is an easy trap to fall in. So next time when someone says to you, oh, they're £50 on eBay, ask them, is that sold or is that listed? And that might put them, you know, put them in the place a bit. Car Boot Bible says they have them early so that people can get home for Sunday lunch. I wouldn't mind going out at lunchtime. I'd be quite happy to go out at lunchtime. Silly o'clock starts. Yeah, it just makes no sense. Dab Kitty's South London. South London, you've never been to a car boot seller? Get down to one. P. Thomas, I did a few many years back. The rude crowding when you're not even fully set up. Yeah, that's on the list, that. Sick of hearing the phrase, it's brand new. Yeah. Money Mental said, I had someone try and run off with my trolley at a car boot when it was full of tat. That annoyed me. Oh, Andrew, do you go around with a granny trolley? Is that what you do? Do you go around with a granny trolley? The Mad Tatter. Oh, hello. Hello to the Mad Tatter. I tend to, hang on. I tend to tell them, yeah, but we aren't on eBay, we're at a car boot. That's a good point. And today, I did say to someone when I was looking something, they said, I can't remember the price they gave me, but they said, oh, it's on eBay for X amount. I said to them, in all honesty, I said, why don't you sell it on eBay? I said, you know, if you're asking 10, this is an example, but I can't remember the amounts involved, but maybe they're asking £10 and they said it's £50 on eBay. If you're asking £10 and you know you can get 50, well, sell it for 50. Put some effort in and make some money. That's what we're doing at the end of the day. Yeah, Rob says sell it on eBay then. That's exactly what I just said. I do it in a nice way. I'm not nasty with people because, you know, I've got utmost respect for anyone who gets up, because if we're there at 7, they're there at 5. So they deserve to, the sellers deserve to be treated nicely. I've been there myself as well. So, and we're making a bit of profit as well, aren't we? So let's not be nasty to people. Flea markets, same kind of annoyances. Yeah, I can believe it. It's probably very similar. Oh, sorry, Dab Kitty. I got a bit confused there. I was responding to South London's comment. Prefer eBay, Thomas. Yeah. Money Mental says, yep, granny trolley all the way, and it's bright purple. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. If you come to Bowlers with that granny trolley, I will disown you. Backpack and bags for life. Yeah, I tell you what I use. I use these things. You know, these extra strong ones. They're a bit, you know, that you get at the supermarkets. They're like 99p ones. I usually go out with half a dozen of them. That's what I tend to use. I'm only kidding, by the way, Money Mental, Andrew. I'm only kidding. I have thought about whether we need a trolley in the past because it would save the arms a lot. But if we did get one, I'd make Annabelle use it because there's no way I'd be pulling it. Money Mental says, wait until May, you'll see the granny trolley out in Wolves car boots. Bargain Bell's telling me Dab Kitty's in the US. Yeah, sorry, yeah, I got a bit confused. It doesn't take much. When you get to 25, things starts going wrong. My feeling on car boots at the moment is that they seem to be fairly heavily populated with either wannabe resellers with mountains of B&M tat or resellers trying to shift their dead stock. It's probably a fair comment. It's coming to Bowlers. Yeah, okay. I cannot wait for that. I really can't. P. Thomas says, I'll loan you my wheeled crate instead of the granny trolley. At Bowlers, the granny trolley will get clapped. Don't you mean clamped? I do car boot sales and jumble sales and granny trolley too. I'm pretty sure you're not the only one, Andrew. You're not the only one. I missed it at the tabletop today. Had to walk half a mile with my arms full of bags in and back again. Why didn't you take it then? When did it get pinched? Oh, come on. You're being a bit tight now to Andrew. You're being a bit tight. Anyway, I'm just looking at my list of things that annoy me at car boots, and I think we might have said them all. Oh, no, I've got 2 more things. Here's one. When the stall holders, right, they're faffing about a lot on the front of the stalls. So what they do is they walk out to the front, and this happened today loads of times. They walk out to the front and they're tidying this up, tidying that up. Oh, let's move that there. Getting down on the floor, moving that round. I'm trying to look here. Get out of the way. Do you want me to buy something? That's one thing that annoys me. Retro says, can I get a push in the trolley? Clamped. I'll tell you what, Bargain Bell is right there, actually. At Bowlers, it's suitcases, not trolleys. Lots of suitcases. They're pulling them round, you know, the wheelie ones. That is true. Suitcases at the outlet malls. Well, in the States, that I've been there with that, to be honest. Me and Annabelle were in New York. We went to, is it like, it's not Woodbury, but it's Wood something, an outlet mall in New York. And we took, I'm pretty sure we took a suitcase with us and filled it with stuff that we were buying. So yeah. No change. That's true. That's true. I tend to go, I try and go with change myself because I know the situation. A suitcase wouldn't be any good for the field. That's true. Car boot sellers that don't know the difference between brand new and not used. That's annoying. Yeah. New York, Woodbury Common. I think that's it. Yeah. It rings a bell, that. I tell you what, we got some bargains there. Not only was it an outlet mall, but it was straight after Christmas. So it was like January sales, and we were buying. I didn't buy stuff to resell much at the time because I wasn't that into. I wasn't doing it as you know, as a bigger scale as what I am now. But we bought loads of clothes. We bought like Calvin Klein jeans for like £5, and I bought a Calvin Klein jacket that was like 30 quid instead of 300. It was crazy. So yeah, it was a good job we had suitcase for that. Premium outlets in California. Yeah, we've been to those. We've been to the premium outlets in Orlando. They're pretty good as well. Bargain Bell, that didn't happen. It was LA. No, yeah, in LA we did. But when we went to New York, the Woodbury ones, we took two of the we took two hand luggage trolleys. I think you'll find. So stop disagreeing with me. Go back to sleep. We all love the outlet malls in America. Yeah. Anyway, right. Another thing that annoys me at car boots was when someone says to you, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. You know what the price is on that. Make me an offer. Make me an offer." I hate that. I hate that because then I don't want to insult somebody. Yeah, and I don't want to offer too much from what their expectation is because obviously I might have got it cheaper. So just tell me your price. I very rarely will make someone an offer. I'll just say, just tell me your price. And sometimes I've walked away and I said, have a think about it. I'll come back in a minute and give me a price, because I don't like that. Make me an offer. You know, just give me an idea what you're looking for at least. Rob says, got to go. Maybe see you next week, Chris. This is my favorite reselling channel. Oh, that's very kind of you. Very, very kind indeed. Thank you. You've obviously not found any other channels. So, yeah, that's good. Mad Tata says, I know it's not a car boot thing. This applies more to charity shops. Those charity shops where someone has been on eBay once and consider themselves an authority. Yeah. You know what, though? Several times now in charity shops, I've seen printouts from eBay with an example of what the price is, with a handwritten thing on top saying, currently on eBay, you know, 50 quid, and then they put it up 30 priced. Monumental says, I always say £1 when they say make me an offer. I guess it depends what it is. If it was a plush toy, then maybe I would just make an offer, say 50p or £1. But like with these, I wouldn't even know where to start. If they said to me, oh, make me an offer on that, I'd be like, oh, Jesus, I don't know. That I'd be panic stricken. you know, I'd be like, Jesus, what am I going to say? So I always say, just give me a ballpark figure, and then we'll see if we're anywhere near. Yeah, Bargain Bell says, bye to Rob. Yeah, see you, Rob. Nice one, mate. The Mad Tatter, ever been to that Bernardo's boutique in Cheadle? Yes, I have. They are experts in everything and get massively offended if you question something or legitimately do know more than they do. Are you talking about the vintage one, sort of at the end of the row in Cheadle? There's like a vintage shop. I've bought stuff in there before, and I've done deals with them as well, if that's the one you're talking about. Monumental said he'd have offered £1 on Charlie as well, with a cheeky grin and a wink. Is that Charlie Chaplin or is that another Charlie? Yes, I'm the same. Dab Kitty says, yes, I'm the same. I hate to make offers. I really hate to make offers. I'd rather walk away sometimes because it brings me out in a hot sweat when someone says, make me an offer. P. Thomas, our charity shops in Cambridge are just as overpriced as the rest of the place. They always want too much. Yeah, I work for a charity, so I know where they're coming from. And most charities now have their own eBay sites as well. So if they want to charge that much for something, they should probably just put it on their eBay page because they're much more likely to make a sale. So I get it. It's all for charity, so they want to make some money. But a lot of stuff does seem to be overpriced. You're right. Put it on eBay. If you want that much money for it, put it on eBay yourself. Mad Tatter, yes, the one that's right up itself. They did me quite a good deal in there. They had a load of caps when I was going through my cap phase that I'm still in now. I bought about 15 caps in there, and we did a deal on it because I bought everything that was in the shop. So I found them to be okay, but I do find some of the prices to be quite high in there. It's almost like, you know, they're an eBay shop front. But they've got some interesting stuff. I do quite like some of the stuff they've got in there. It is quite interesting. On that subject, have you ever been to the Collector's Yard in Cheadle? The Collector's Yard. Bargain Bell says Chris bartered in that one. Yes, I bartered in a charity shop, but I was spending a lot of money, and everyone's benefit. They get rid of all their stock in one go. I get a good price. It was way overpriced anyway. They wanted £10. They wanted £10 per hat, so it was quite expensive. And they had about, I don't know, 15 hats, whatever. We ended up settling on £6 per hat. So, but that was on the basis that I bought them all. So I think it was a good deal for everybody. Hi Mick, nice one. Good to join us. Money Mental says, I went sourcing in Chester the other day. It was expensive, by the quality of the stuff they had was a lot better. Happy to pay up. Yeah, I was happy to pay if it's worth it. Yeah, the Mad Tatter. The Collector's Yard in Cheadle. I went there and I bought a few bits in there in the past. He's got some interesting stuff, really old stuff, but he's never open anymore. I mean, I've got his phone number as well because his phone number's on the board that's outside. And I used to text him to see if he was open, and he'd sometimes reply, but now he just don't reply anymore. I'm wondering if he's packed up and not bothering anymore. Bargain Bell says we've got £100 worth of Disney albums from the yard. Yeah, like Ephemera. We've sold a couple, not sold them all yet though. Mad Tatter, yeah, that's it. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, it's where we got all the Ephemera stuff. Was at the Collector's Yard. Monumental says, sounds like Cheadle is the place to go. we've had some good success there. They have about 8 charity shops on one street, which is only about 300 yards, 400 yards long. So to have that many plus a collector's yard on the same street, it's decent. But yesterday was terrible. I spent £10. I went in all 8 shops, plus 2 other charity shops on my way home, and it was a bit of a mare. So it's put me off a bit. But I'll go back. I'll go back again. It all depends on the day, what's been brought in. There's so many different variables that you're just either lucky or you're not. Yeah. The place to go apart from yesterday. Maybe Saturday's not a good day. Lots of charity shops in Cambridge. So, money mental. I love it when it's all lined up in one street. Makes it easier to wheel the trolley along. Do they offer you like a pensioner's discount when you got that trolley? Because with your beard, it might sort of give you the edge. You just need a flat cap, flat cap. Keep your beard, grow your beard out a bit further. Get your trolley, your little purple trolley, and so you probably even get on the bus for free as well. Money Mental says, I always find Saturday a poor day to source too many other shoppers. You're probably right. It's probably not the best day. 13 in one street there for retro reselling. That's a good result. 13. You've got to find something after 13, haven't you? Avoid Cambridge. It's a bit far out, Cambridge, for us up here, but for anyone else in that neck of the woods, yeah. Now, with my youthful good looks, they offer me student discount. Oh God, I've heard it all. I've heard it all now. Nothing wrong with flat caps. I know. I wasn't criticizing. I've seen your flat caps retro reselling. So no offense meant there at all. I'm just having a little joke. I might have to start wearing caps soon anyway, because my hair is getting very thin. I'm starting to get a patch at the back here. It's what happens, when you get to 25, you start losing your hair. It's not good. Have you taken out a second mortgage and tried sourcing in Wilmslow yet? I've not done. Have I done Wilmslow? I don't know. Bargain Bell might answer that. I'm not sure if we've done Wilmslow. We've done Oldley Edge. Now that is where all the footballers are, and they've got some. Oldley Edge has got some decent stuff. Steve Green reckons Dudley is good. Dudley is that sort of Wolverhampton way. It's in the Midlands, isn't it, somewhere? Birmingham, is it? Is it Birmingham? None taken. Oh, thank God for that. I thought I'd lost a subscriber there. Roll on all the car boots, Mick says. Yeah. I think once car boot season hits, I probably won't bother with charity shops much. I'm just finding that you're just not picking up the amount of stuff that you can get at one car boot. It could take you several trips to charity shops to get one load of car boot sales. So car boots, so much better. I did Winslow once. Expensive. Oldley Edge, now you're talking serious money. Yeah, Oldley Edge, yeah, some expensive stuff there. Dudley's about 10 minutes from Wolves. Cool. So have you met up with Andrew before, retro reselling? Have you two met up before? seems as you're so local by the looks of it. P. Thomas says, I love the Sunday market at Bescott Stadium in Walsall. We don't have things like that in Cambridge, only car boots. Car boots are better if you're time poor. Yeah, it's a good point. Right, listen, it's been nice chatting, but I think we should probably wrap it up. Hopefully Bargain Bell will be back next time. Or maybe NJ, my mate, who's not into reselling, but it'd be interesting to get his opinion on some of this stuff as a non-reseller. Maybe he'd be brave enough to come on and not be such a chicken. If you go on my channel, actually, and look for the playlist The Grumpy Gits, me and NJ actually did a couple of videos where we were reviewing movies as we came out of the cinema, and we were thinking about doing it, you know, on a more regular basis, but then we decided to stop doing it. But go and have a look at those. Have a laugh if you want. It's probably why I don't want to do anymore. Not yet. Retro says, not yet. Been out with Steve Green a few times at the boot. Nice one. Cool. Meeting in May. About an hour's drive away. Oh, I thought you were a bit more local than that. Okay, so let's leave it there because it's Sunday night. We've probably all got listing to do, or if we haven't got listing, we've got packaging to do. So for me, I've already done a bit of listing today. Listed half a dozen caps, and I'm going to go away, do all my packaging ready to go out in the morning. Bargain Bell's off for a few days now, I think, skiving or in bed. And so hopefully she'll be back next week, fit as a fiddle. Sunday dinner, Money Mental. 7:20. You're a bit late for Sunday dinner, aren't you? I ate before I came on. So I'm going. So see you later. And it's been good chatting with everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Time for a Guinness as well. Belle could do the packaging. She could do. She could do, but she probably won't. See you later. Oh, hang on. No. See you later. I'm off.